Hey guys, it's Joey Gaming. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be answering 10 questions that girls have for men. And I'm obviously a dude, so I'm going to be answering these questions. The original idea for this video actually came from Optimus. He made a video like this like a few days ago, so I thought I would just make a video about it. So anyways, I should get right into it. And also, I already seen most of this video, and it doesn't seem that it doesn't seem feminine at all. It's content I can really post. It's nothing inappropriate, so I don't know. She's actually being genuine. She's not being a feminist or whatever, all that stuff. All right. I was kind of worried about that one. Once I saw that title, once I saw the title of that video, I was like, no, I don't. No, there's no way I'm gonna make a video about this. But you know what? I'm gonna make a video on it because there's nothing bad with it. So let's go take a look at the video and answer the first question.
Question number 1 is, what's the most common thing that girls do that make guys lose interest? This is really interesting because sometimes I feel like you're dating a guy and suddenly things just kind of go south. Like, it seemed like it was going so well, and then suddenly you get ghosted, or just interest, you can feel it like lacking. Like, what is the thing that made the guy lose interest all of a sudden? I want to know your perspective on this. Let me know.
Okay, that's not really a black and white answer, but I guess the closest thing I can give you guys to an actual black and white answer is it's not really you. It depends on your personality. But you probably should have like proper hygiene and all that stuff, and just do all the basic stuff. Like I said before, it's not really a black and white answer. Maybe some guy will think of something, say, hey, this is the prettiest woman ever, she's intelligent, and then he starts dating you and has a different opinion about you. That stuff can happen in relationships. I'm not a dating expert, but it can happen. So it's not really a black and white answer on why men can just lose interest in you. It just depends on your personality. It depends on multiple things. But if you're dating men and they keep dumping you, maybe it's probably with something with your hygiene or something really basic, okay? But if you went to like 2 relationships and they dumped you, then I probably wouldn't worry about it. So that's what I have to say about that.
Number 2, what are some things that girls say that piss you off, like that make you angry, or just things that girls do that, you know, just grind your gears? I think that's the saying. Yeah, so what are some things that girls say that you're like, oh my god, I wish they would stop saying it because it's so freaking annoying?
Okay, it's not really a specific word or phrase that really triggers men or guys, but I'm gonna mention a few things. First is ghosting. Ghosting doesn't really personally bug me. In fact, I do it with my guy friends and with girls. All right, it's in my own personal opinion, if you can't come up with something to answer, or you don't have time to reply back or something, then it's totally fine to ghost someone, okay? But if you're in a relationship and you're interested in a guy and he's interested in you, it's not a really good idea to ghost him. Just saying, because that's how they lose interest in you, okay? Alright, I wouldn't really personally recommend that. The next thing I'm gonna talk about really does personally annoy me. The next thing is giving out single worded answers. So let's say I have a question for you about like school or whatever, and I message you and you're like, yes, no, maybe. You give out words like those. And those type of answers are really annoying. I want you to be specific. Alright? Sometimes you can't be like that. Sometimes it's okay, but most of the times maybe it's not okay to really do that. Or next thing, this really bugs me as well, is I'm trying to ask you a question or trying to have a conversation with you or something, alright? And you're giving out you're responding back in ways I can't really reply back to you, alright? So if I'm telling you, hey, how you doing, or whatever, or messaging you something about it, and I'm like, oh, great, great, my day's been awesome, or come up with something, or I can't really respond back and I just dropped my phone on the floor, Like, if you're not being like, oh, my day's been great, how's your day? If you're not really, your thing has to be something where I could thread off of it and talk about, okay? Or the conversation's not gonna really go. So if I'm trying to talk to a girl and I can't really get into a good conversation with them because they're not really giving me a good thread to really thread on, then that's what happens. So
Number 3, if a girl triple texts you or quadruple texts you or whatever, is that a turnoff or is it not? Do you feel like it's too much and it gets annoying, or do you feel like it's really nice that a girl texts a lot and you want that from her? Let me know.
okay, so that type of texting can be annoying, and it can bug me sometimes. I know some people have different types of ways on texting. Some people, like me, they type it out in one big message and send it off. Then other people will text out a sentence and then send it, and then they type another message and send it to you. That stuff can get annoying. Personally, I prefer if you send a just say what you want to say in one message. So it's just easier for me, and I'm not getting like 30 notifications every time if you need something, okay? So it can be annoying, but it's not that bad. And yes, it can be a turnoff, but I'm not really sure. And a girl hasn't really spammed me that much, alright? So, yeah.
Number 4, this might just be a bit of a funny question, but this is something that I genuinely wonder so much. But do you ever feel like you would like to have a handbag too? Because us girls, we have a bag, we can put all our stuff in it. A lot of guys don't have a bag, so they have to stuff everything in their pockets, which just feels like it would be very annoying to me, because if you sit down, you have to take everything out, and also you cannot take as much stuff with you. I know my boyfriend personally carries around like a backpack a lot of the time, but do you not feel like you would like to have like a fanny pack or a crossbody bag? Do you not feel like that would make life easier, or do you not miss that at all?
So this is actually a really good question. No, it's not really uncomfortable. No, I never really thought on having my own handbag or fanny pack. I just usually carry everything in my pockets, or if it's like for something for like school, or I'm on a field trip, or I'm on a trip or something, then I carry everything in my backpack. In fact, I don't even use my locker at my school. I carry all my textbooks, all my pencils, all of my school stuff in my backpack, because I find it more of a convenience to use my backpack more than my locker, because you carry your backpack everywhere more than your locker. So I carry everything in my backpack. But no, I haven't really thought about that. I know girls, the pockets in girls' pants are very short, alright? I just know that girls have told me, it's like, oh yeah, our pockets are really short, or they wear like skirts or dresses where there are not really pockets in those. So for us dudes, we don't have those issues. We have like pockets where it's big enough for us to put our phone in there and a few other stuff. Okay, our pockets are really deep. But I did have a few pants where the or small pants before where the pockets are way too small, just enough to put it in there. So I know what it's like to have that. So no, not really. I know some guys like to have fanny packs, but personally, no, I don't have an issue on carrying everything on me. So yeah.
Number 5, do you think that girls and guys can be just friends? Now, and I mean like actually just friends from both sides of the story. I know that all of us have a friend of the opposite, you know, gender, or even if you're attracted to the same gender, whatever. I'm trying not to be like stigmatic, is that a word here, but just for the ease of asking this question. But do you feel like it can be 100% without attraction from either side? Or do you feel like one person's always gonna like the other person or whatever? I'm not trying to say that everyone is straight, of course. So same goes for if you're a guy and you're attracted to guys, do you think that two guys can be just friends? Or do you think one is always going to be attracted to the other?
Absolutely. Girls and guys could absolutely just be friends and nothing more. Maybe down the road you can start doing a more serious relationship, but If you two want just to be friends, or just be best friends, then that's totally fine. And maybe down the road, if you guys start having feelings for each other, then maybe you guys can start dating. And like, it doesn't need. There's nothing in the law. There's nothing in the rules saying that, oh, if you're friends with a guy, you have to start dating. No, it doesn't work like that. So it's okay to be friends just be like normal friends, or it's fine to be a normal friend towards a guy or girl, okay? There's nothing against that. There's no problem on making friends with other people on the other gender, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. Like, you know what? I have plenty of girlfriends, alright? Well, no, not. You know what I mean. I have lots of friends that are girls, okay? And I have a few that actually go into my school, and our relationship isn't that serious. I did have this one girl like recently, like about 6 months ago. She asked me if we can start dating. I had to deny her because in my own personal life, yes, if you're wondering, yes, I am single. I chosen to be single because I don't feel like I'm really ready for a relationship, because there's several stuff in my personal life I need to get cleared up in my life before I start dating. So that's one of the reasons why I haven't really dated. So I told this girl that I was basically best friends with. She told me if we want to start dating. I told her I had to deny her and say, hey, look, it's nothing wrong. It's something in my personal life, and I had a friend zone her. I know you guys are yelling at me saying I should have took it, but honestly, I don't really feel ready to be in a relationship. But I told the girl that maybe in the future, I have to get all my personal stuff, all my personal issues all figured out in my in my personal life. Then I'll think about start dating. But yeah, so moral of the story is, yes, you can be just friends, and if you guys want to take it more seriously, then all power to you, basically.
Number 6, what do you look for on a girl's social media? If you go on her social media account, what kind of pictures do you look for? What are you looking out for? What kind of pictures do you like? What kind of pictures do you not like? Do you look for her bikini pics or do you not? What are you looking to see when you're stalking a girl on social media? I want to know this. No.
This is not a black and white answer similar to the first question, but just be yourself, alright? It's just be yourself, okay? Just be yourself, alright? That's what I'm looking for, alright? Like, I can tell when girls on my Instagram are being fake, okay? Alright? I can tell when they're being fake, like they're faking it, okay? Alright? It's not a certain type of picture that really is like, oh, I don't really want to date her. It's not really that. Just be yourself, alright? Just have fun on what you do. Like, show your personal life, alright? You don't need to go to the pool every Sunday and take a picture of yourself in a bikini or something like that. No, you don't need that, okay? Just be yourself. Take pictures of you guys camping or something and then upload it that way, okay? Like, just be yourself. Just act yourself, okay? That's what I'm just saying.
Number 7. What is the worst thing that a girl can do on a date?
Okay, so once again, this is not really a black and white answer, but probably the most important thing is like personal hygiene, okay? If I'm going on a date and you smell really bad, this goes for like guys too, then you're probably not gonna get a second date, okay? So that's what I have to say. And if you guys need advice for dating, don't come for me for dating advice, because you've seen me. I ejected my first opportunity. All right. If you guys need advice on your first date, then go watch like dating advice channels or something on YouTube. Okay. So honestly, just personal hygiene. Okay, it's not what you mean. All right. So just be yourself and just have good hygiene. That's what I have to say.
Number 8. What does clingy mean to you? When is a girl clingy? I think this is such an interesting question, because a lot of the times something that you read online a lot is, I do not want a girl to be clingy. Same goes the other way around. Like, I do not want a guy to be clingy. But what I think is really interesting is that clingy is such a different thing to everyone. So I want to know, what is clingy to you? When is something clingy and when is it not?
So I never heard of the word clingy before, But if I have to assume something, I guess it's something about a girl being really annoying, not really leaving you alone, or a boy doing the exact same thing. Just for my advice for that is just give your boyfriend / girlfriend some space, okay? Like if you guys are dating, or just make sure you guys have like some personal space as well, okay? I know a relationship is about you two guys being together, but it doesn't always need to be that 100% of the time. Just make sure you guys are giving yourself personal space, alright? Like, okay, it doesn't need to be, I know you guys are dating, but you guys don't need to be with each other 24/7, alright? That's what I have to say. So clingy, like I said before, I never heard of the word, so that's what I assume. So
Number 9, what is the most hurtful thing that a girl can say to you?
Okay, this is kind of a tough one. Like I said before, I haven't really tried dating or attempted dating yet in my life. But what I heard from my friends and past experiences, being friend zoned or especially brother zoned, I heard that can suck. But I don't know. But I know sometimes you have to friend zone them or brother zone them or something like that, or sister zone. I'm not really sure. Like I understand sometimes, but it doesn't really depend. It really depends. I guess being like manipulative or something like that. Just treat everyone with respect, or like this is kind of a gray boundary. This is not a black and white answer, so this is kind of a gray area. So.
Number 10, what are guys most sensitive about? So this is not necessarily a hurtful thing, but this is something that you might be most conscious about, sensitive about, that is a sensitive topic, or something that gets you emotional. What is something in your life that you are the most sensitive about when it comes to in an interaction with a girl?
Guys are not really insecure with a lot of things usually, but probably the big one is probably their height. A lot of people are really worried about, a lot of guys are really worried about their height or all that stuff. So I don't know. Like I said before, I haven't really started dating. I wasn't really concerned about my height, but maybe not really talk about their stuff. Don't really talk about their genetics or stuff that they can't really control, like something about their hair or something in their body or something biological that you can't really control. Don't really call them out on it. If they're fat, don't call them fat or something, okay? So this is kind of a basic rule of thumb, but anyways, guys, thanks for watching. This is me answering the 10 questions that girls have for guys. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to leave the original video into the link in the description, so if you guys want to take a look at the original video, go take a look at it. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'm kind of in a content drought. Let me guys know what you guys want me to cover next, okay? I know Logan Paul looted a mall. I was going to talk about that, but I never got around on doing it, and I don't think I'm going to do it because it's kind of dead news, so I don't know. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and yeah, see ya. Peace.